Namaste, friends. This is Elle with Sacred Union Tarot, and welcome. We just had the new moon in Gemini very early this morning, late last night, wherever you are. And I will say the transition was somewhat difficult. It was, I could feel the energy shifting. There was there was a little trauma here, so I'm just going to say that. But it was not an easy transition, I'll just put it that way. But I do want to say, on a good note, remember I found this hawk's feather? Actually, my husband found it in the tree that my mother purchased for me. That's we bought matching trees and planted them out in front of my cottage. And this feather, hawk's feather, which hawk is my spirit guide, and my animal spirit guide, was literally just resting in the tree that my mother purchased for me. And then, let's see, Saturday I was getting out of my car and another hawk's feather right in the front of the cottage. And I've lived, I'm 58 years old. And I have lived in a lot of different places, and I have lived in this particular cottage since 2016, and never, ever have I seen or found a hawk's feather. And within a period of a couple weeks, I was gifted two, right out in front, no mistake. So anyway, that's just messages for me, and it's been interesting. So look for messages. I think you are receiving synchronicities and messages, and particularly now it feels like they're just very, very strong. So look for messages, for guidance, and be in high vibration. This new moon in Gemini for some reason feels like it's just bringing in truth and conversation, communication. Mercury is going to go direct here this week, so it feels like the waiting to converse because of Mercury retrograde is now going to be lifted, and it's almost like everybody's just going to come out and speak their truth. So just be gentle in the words that you choose, and try to be uplifting and constructive. You don't have to blurt out your truth in order to validate yourself. That's not what this truth telling is all about. This is about sharing perspectives, belief systems into a gentle and compassionate way. If you are a twin or you have a divine counterpart, this is a time to use gentle communication. The communication is to deeper the understanding, not to validate one's actions or perspective. So that's just what I was guided to say. I do want to say this card stayed on the deck, amazingly enough. It's the Magician. It's the #1 card. This is like he's on this path. It is a first step. This is the Fairy Tarot. And it says you can do anything. Take charge of your life. You can manifest whatever you need to be a success. And he's holding like this crystal staff. And he's like a dragonfly. You can see the very transparent wings. So you may see dragonflies as messengers at this time. But that's just a reminder that you can manifest anything that you want. I'm going to put that back in the deck, shuffle one more time. I'll go through the decks as I use them. And sorry. This is the Soul's Journey. And I just feel like I needed to shuffle a lot. So let's pull something from this deck and see what messages come through for you. This is a general read. Please take what resonates, leave what does not. If you need a personal reading, please communicate with me via the email in the description box, and I will be happy to arrange a personal reading for you. I do 30-minute or 1-hour readings, and I'm pretty much caught up, so I can get to them within 48 hours is my goal. I strive for 24, but if you need an immediate reading, please let me know. If you're in a quandary and you really need some guidance, I can pull a reading for you, even if I have to stay up late to do it. So thank you for being here. Thank you for all my new subscribers. Thank you for all the people who've been on this journey from the very beginning. I do appreciate your energy, your support, and thank you for listening to these messages. And there we go. Perseverance. I know I can do whatever I set my mind to. Very much that magician energy. You can do whatever you set your mind to. You can manifest and create the life you absolutely love. And it is your obligation to yourself and to the world, to humanity, to do so. Perseverance. That's kind of 9 of Wands energy as well. Feels like a masculine card to me, so I'm going to pull from the Fairy Oracle. Oh my, inner child and purity. Very feminine energy. Look at that. Beautiful energy. This is like 6 of Cups energy. The fairies of playfulness remind you to take time to embrace your inner child. Playing keeps us young at heart. Do something silly and fun, but stay safe. So this is a great opportunity to really go out and just let loose, have fun, enjoy. And then we have this purity. Always trust the purity of your heart. Look inside your heart, and within it you shall find the answer to your question. So if you have a question, find your heart. Your heart will guide you. The pure intention of your heart. Keep your ego out. Keep your mind out of it. But if there is a question that you have that you're kind of seeking an answer to, follow your heart. But also, be in high vibration, be uplifting, go out and play, do something fun. If you're in the United States, you may be celebrating Memorial Day today. It is our holiday to remember those who have fallen. It is a respectful, reverent day, but it's also a day to celebrate the freedoms that we have that were earned for us by sacrifice. So this might be a good day to play with your children. A lot of families have picnics on this day. A lot of people go boating. They're on holiday. This is a great time to go out. Don't just sit and watch and observe, unless that's what you feel like doing. But if you have children around you or people around you, and you're in that spirit of being and validating your inner child, it would be a good time to do that. They say put these here and put this here, and now they ask me to pull another oracle card. But I don't have another oracle deck, so hold on. Let me grab another oracle deck, which one they want me to use. Is this it? Okay, they asked me to use the Sacred Traveler. Just trying to get a read on the energy. Sorry, wasn't expecting that. This feels like the feminine energy. This feels like masculine energy. I'm feeling from this energy that somebody's been waiting for something for a long time. Maybe a clearing of the air, maybe a conversation, maybe an admission, maybe an apology. I don't know. But be in high vibration. Trust your heart in your feminine side, but in your masculine side, it feels like you've just been either working towards something or waiting on something. And that's why that perseverance and that magician came out. I should have left that magician card out. All right, Sacred Traveler by Denise Lynn, Oracle. We need an Oracle card for this reading, please. Overall energy. We have Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine. There we go, crossing bridges. It is time for healing, connecting, mending, and releasing. Remember all those bridges that you may have thought have been burned? You can heal some of them. And if you can, it is time for healing and connecting. Okay, that's beautiful energy. Absolutely. So follow your heart. If you're being guided to heal something, it's time to heal. Okay. Now, let's pull from the Psychic Tarot. This is masculine energy. As I picked up the deck, it feels like it's going to read the masculine energy. So I'll pull for the masculine. The Universe card, 21, the World. Whatever you thought was burned, whatever bridge you thought was burned, is not burned. That's the World card in Tarot, but in this card it's called, oh, and here's the Sacral Chakra. Now, I always look up the chakra ones because, number one, it gives us guidance as to what might be blocked, where our fear may be coming from, and okay. The second chakra is located 2 fingers below your navel and relates to emotions, desires, creativity, and sexuality. To keep this chakra balanced and its energy flowing, try dancing, moving your hips, lower abdomen, use the color meditation, which is orange, and practice yoga. Express your sexuality and nurture yourself. And remember, you do matter. So this might be time, if you just feel like getting out and dancing, maybe that's that inner child to help unblock the sacral chakra. But this is your creativity and your sexuality. And that could be divine masculine energy that needs to validate themselves sexually. Or they may come to you with this sexual energy. Oh my. So we have fertility, and this is the Empress energy. Fertility and sex. Oh boy. And authority. This is the Emperor. So we have the Empress and the Emperor here. And then movement, choices, decisions. This is in the physical world. In this deck, this color is the physical, and it's kind of like pentacle energy. Although it looks like wand energy, it's really kind of pentacle. This is 2 of Pentacles. This is choices, decisions. So it feels like the Divine Masculine wants to reach out, but he may come forward sexually. Because this energy, masculine and feminine, definitely fertility. He sees the divine feminine and the Empress energy. Somewhat stubborn, just going to say, if you're dealing with like a Taurus energy, he may be a little bit on the stubborn side, but it feels like that, look at all the major arcanas here. And 2 2s, choice points. It feels like the energy has endured so long, the connection has endured so long that they're going to reach out, but they may come toward you sexually. If you're divine feminine, they may want to come toward you sexually as a way of approaching. And mostly it's just because that's how they're used to expressing their emotions. They're pretty closed off. They don't really talk about their emotions, but they're feeling compelled to reach out and reconnect and heal this connection. Bottom of the deck, this is 6 of Pentacles, material and spiritual prosperity. This to me feels like they are really being pulled. It's a balance. Oh, and underneath is the heart chakra and the throat chakra. So they're going to, this just tells me that they're in balanced energy. They have their material and their spiritual world kind of balanced. So this is when they're going to bring forward the heart chakra and express themselves. Okay. We've been feeling that all along, and I said that this is going to be communication. Okay, so let's pull on the Divine Feminine. This is the Fairy Tarot. That kind of goes along with the Fairy Oracle. Ooh, look at this, the Star. There's that healing energy. This is that Empress energy. The Divine Feminine is ready for this to heal. She's putting the animosity of the past behind her. She's elevated. She's in her Empress energy. She is guiding through her heart centered, and she is allowing the connections, the burned bridges, to now heal. It says, look to the future with hope and optimism, the power of faith to move mountains. Remember that Magician card? Happy changes that bring relief from challenging times. Isn't that beautiful? Six of Swords. This is moving on. Positive changes are on the way. A welcome relief from troubled times. You may be traveling over this holiday, but here we have happy changes that bring relief from challenging times and a welcome relief from troubled times. So whatever you've experienced, Divine Feminine, that has been challenging, that now is going to heal and bring a sense of relief and a sense of healing and a sense of calm to the situation. But remember, you need to follow your heart, be in high vibration, and if the masculine comes, set appropriate boundaries, especially if they just come sexually. It's kind of their way of trying to express themselves. So keep that perspective. You don't have to pull yourself down into that energy. You can just simply say, this is how he's trying to open up. He's trying to rebuild the bridge, and it may be the only way he knows how. And I know that there's condemnation. I can feel the energy when I say that, hey, he needs to learn how to express himself appropriately. Learning is a journey, and it may be your boundaries that help him to, look at there, Ace of Spring. It is time to take action. Be fearless and happily pursue your most treasured dreams. This is Magician energy. This is that new beginning. This is something that you feel passionate about. That is going to be the result of this troubled times being over. There is new beginnings. We've been talking about that now for weeks. New beginnings. And look at how this beautiful tree is the same as these trees back here. The same color scheme here. Absolutely gorgeous. Something is transforming, and I know that because of the butterflies there. If you can see them. The Hermit. This is in the challenge position. This is a commitment to your spiritual growth. And what I got from this energy is there is going to be, what I feel from what I'm hearing, there is going to be communication. Divine Masculine may come toward you very overtly sexual. And the thing is, you need to remain committed to your spiritual path, which means set appropriate boundaries. It's not okay after not communicating for so long to come toward you and expect any kind of physical liaison. There needs to be a lot of communication. So don't be overcome by this passion and forget about all of your spiritual lessons that you've learned on this journey about self-worth, about boundaries, about self-respect. And remember, giving a masculine exactly what he wants all the time is not a balanced relationship. It's not balanced. This has to be a partnership where the well-being and greater good of both are considered. I'm going to move this in just a bit for you. There. We also have this 10 of winter, the resolution of difficulties, a weight lifted off of your shoulder, and the end of an addiction or codependency. So if you've had codependent issues in the past with your masculine, that you were really attached to this relationship, that's the spiritual lesson that you need to remember here. You're no longer codependent. You are the Empress, and that's how he needs to see you. Bottom of the deck, look at that. Unity. If I can do that without the glare. That's union energy. This is the Hierophant card. However, this is spiritual. And it is do the right thing at the right reason. A spiritually minded community. So this to me is, if you come into union, remember that your spiritual lesson with the Hermit and the Hierophant is your self-worth, your boundaries, not codependent, and also that this is a spiritual connection, and that this is something that your souls experience their growth through this connection. So remember that that is what you're here to learn and to teach. Okay, I'm going to take some self-care cards from the Sacred Self-Care, because I think Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine both need to be taking good care of their mind, body, spirit. That card is going to come out. Intuition. Follow your intuition. This Empress is being guided by her intuition. She uses that. This is like that Empress energy here. Follow your intuition. And I can tell you right now, it's very strong. It feels like, oh, clean your space. If you were following along, check out my Facebook page or my YouTube channel called The Organizer Advisor. And it's all about enhancing your happiness and transforming your life through cleaning and daily health and beauty routines and organization strategies and wardrobe updating and document organization, but we do daily step-by-step. So check that out. Facebook is most active because most of the people that follow my channels are really on Facebook. That's kind of their platform that they use. Movement. Now, we've already talked about getting out and dancing with the sacral chakra, also with this inner child. This is time for yoga, movement, anything to help get your body moving, particularly if you want to do some dancing. Something to help stimulate your sacral chakra and unblock it. Energy work. That's a 22 card. We have 2 here. Definitely time to do some meditation and some chakra clearing, particularly your sacral chakra. This is empowerment cards. Let's see what Spirit wants to say. So just to sum up this reading, it feels as though a bridge that you thought was burned. They said, look under that. Oh, look at the sun right under. They said, look at underneath. Another major arcana, we have the star, the sun, and union, or the Hierophant, but here it's called unity. We also have the Hermit. Plans work out perfectly. Amazing ideas that lead to rewards and commendations, gratitude for the blessings of life. This is Divine Masculine energy. See how he's got the trumpet? That's communication. Bringing forth this communication. Okay. So basically that's this, it's like whatever bridge you thought was burned was in the past, that, you know, this person is never going to reach out. They reach out. This has been a long journey for them. They have consistently felt the pull of this connection. They now have grown enough to see you as the Empress. And they are now making this decision, but remember, they may come to you to express themselves, but they may do it sexually. So they really, they want to speak from their heart, but they may not know really how to do that. So for you, this is time to get out and raise your vibration by playing, and I was saying praying, so, but also follow your heart. This is time for something to heal, and we have lots of cards of movement on toward healing, and that there is going to be this new energy coming in, this new passion, this really strong action energy to heal a certain situation, and so that it can move forward. And we've been feeling that in the energy for quite a while. Be you, do you, for you. A perfect advice. So you may want to clean your space so that you feel good, that you feel confident, that your house is clean. We always feel clean when our physical spaces are in order, and that we just feel so much more confident. Remember to get out and dance, do some movement, do some energy work, and also follow your intuition. Be in your Empress energy. But it's like this is time to rebuild this bridge. And we've been seeing that in the readings now for over a month. This deck is just not... There we go. Women who invest in themselves go further. Let's pull one more. So make sure that you hold your boundaries. Remember your self-worth. Be savage, not average. Look, all three of those cards came out. They're very similar. But look at the variety here. So there's consistency in this message. This is all about you. Standing in your truth, your authenticity, and in your power. All right. Namaste.